Hey Fishman, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master. We are here for our 5th and final round of this league, playing with Azorius Merfolk in Modern. We lost the die roll. I don't know what we're up against. If our opponent has some like very particular combo deck, or like if it was Is It Blitz, I don't know if I want to keep this, but I don't know that, so we're gonna keep it. Like I got turn 2 Silvergill Adept, I got turn 3 Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, because 4 mana on turn 2 is fair, exactly. But it also plays around removal in a little bit, because when you go Utopia Sprawl. So we were just talking about how Ignoble Hierarch may not be a great, like it's a good card for Jund, but you know the time might not be there. All right, come strip my hand away. Yeah, Boomer Jund doesn't want more dorks. You know what's this league has taught me? I don't know if I want Force and Negation in the main deck. Force Negation has been pretty crappy in every matchup. I might just want to put all the counterspells in the sideboard and just have like Path to Exile in the main or something. Force Negation seems like pretty garb. It would make my deck more mana efficient too. Like I've had no problem with Path to Exile this league. It's been good stuff. Oh, F ourselves. We're up against Pox. It's a Pox deck. Interesting, they didn't go for the Silvergill Adept. Boomer Jund was pretty good with Deathrite Shaman. Why doesn't it want Mana Dorks again? Because the Mana Dork is a 1 toughness creature. It's really easy to interact with right now. Especially because Is It Prowess is the best deck. Is It Prowess is the deck to beat. Might still be after Modern Horizons too. Deathrite was more than a Mana Dork, but it was also really resilient to removal too. Is this just 8-rack? Maybe we're up against 8-rack. They're playing like it's 8-rack. Yeah, this is a problem. Because after they take Mass of the Pearl Trident, I can't get the Silvergill Adept in play. This is the rack. It's the rack, isn't it? Reveal yourself. Show yourself. Well, the thing, Force Negation is pretty good. Uh-oh. Force Negation is good in the right matchups, like combo, control. Maybe there's just not enough of that stuff here. Okay, attack, I guess. I need interaction for the Stoneforge Mystic pronto. Now I'm fetching now so that if I fetch in the future, they can in response, I don't know, do something. They're probably not going to do anything. Alright then. Is there a world where a Merfolk adopts Stoneforge package? I've tried it many times. It has failed many times. That's all I'll say. Okay, now I'm getting paranoid. Do they have Batterskull here? Because they went to get Sword of Fire and Ice. That usually means they've got Batterskull in hand, and they're not even doing anything else. We pick up Skyclave Apparition at the wrong time. Where were you last turn? I needed you immediately. Not now. I feel like doing a Batterskull test, like attack with the Silvergill Adept and see what happens. Because if my opponent plays Sword of Fire and Ice, I guess I can chump block with Mutavault and then eat up the sword. I can't cast Silvergill Adept. It's 5 mana. Okay, Batterskull test. It's a shitty test. Oh! We passed the test! Okay, so now what do? We play Mutavault to block this Sword of Fire and Ice for 1 turn. And then we exile it next turn. Alright, let's try that. So you draw one random card off the Sword of Fire and Ice. Like, I think I just have to protect my stuff. Even though this is not a great thing to protect. I'm a coward. I would Sky Stoneforge Mystic there. Well, my problem with that line is... Actually, maybe that's not a bad line. But the problem is, like, I can't beat future creatures. Whereas now, okay, they attack. They get one card. And then I'll deal with the Sword of Fire and Ice for eternity. Oh, shit. It still kills the Sky... It still kills the Silvergill Adept, doesn't it? Oh, you see that, everyone? They thinned the deck. Okay, so this wasn't worth it. I should have just let Silvergill Adept die. And then I can just block this Stoneforge Mystic, because this is a 2-for-1 anyway. So after we deal with the Sword of Fire and Ice, we don't have to worry about this crap anymore. Woo! Okay, we're going to pretend that we've got Force Negation or something. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to exile the Blade. The Blade going to go bye-bye. Another Fatal Push? Sure. But now if Skyclave goes bye-bye, they get a 3/3 creature. So let's hope it doesn't go bye-bye. But at least we baited a Fatal Push. That was some good news. This league has been very mid-rangey, pretty sweet, and even the Amulet games. Yeah, the Amulet game played out like a mid-range deck, didn't it? Each player loses a life, discards a creature. Oh, this sucks. They are a smallpox deck, aren't they? I guess we discard... This is a bad time for Skyclave Apparition. I guess we get rid of the Skyclave. They didn't lose much. That was a shitty top deck. Have you tested Giver of Runes in Merfolk? I have not. Like, it might be okay. It might be. A lot, like, it sometimes still makes me wonder, how does it help me versus Amulet? How does it help me versus Heliod? You know? It doesn't have synergy with our Merfolk, and it's not, you know, it's just not helping me in the matchups I need help. Okay, there we go. Got a little something here. But our opponent top deck a land. Sorry, our opponent top deck something that wasn't a land. So, like, if I put a card into this deck, the number one question I'm asking myself, okay, is this card helping me in any of the matchups I'm losing to? I know it looks like we're getting... Oh, man, this sucks. I know it looks like we're getting eaten up by, like, some attrition-based decks, but I don't even know if Giver of Runes would even help us there, because all they do is kill the... They would just kill the Giver of Runes. It's not that hard. Is Kira kicked out in the Merfolk lists? Sort of. It doesn't have to be. Oh, we got a... Why did we get a Silvergill Adept? Oh, I drew... Where did I get the Silvergill Adept from? Oh, because it was on the stack. Oh, they top deck good stuff. Okay, am I dead? I'm like basically dead. I'm just too far gone. Again, like Force Negation crushed us. Force Negation has been bad this entire league. But maybe it's just this league. It's a nice hedge usually. Okay, against this deck, we'll definitely have 4 path. Buying the monster is probably okay. Definitely have... Remorseful Cleric might not be good. Maybe this should just be Rest in Peace. I think my future build-up put Rest in Peace in here instead. Because this has got to be a Croxa deck in addition to all this other nonsense it does. I'll take out Glasspool Mimic. Take out Force Negation. I think I want some Bind the Monsters. I think they're on Croxa. I've never tried River's Rebuke. Never. Now this is also an attrition-based matchup, but okay, maybe I don't want Curse Catcher. I'll bring in some binds. Just more things to do immediately versus a Stoneforge Mystic. Sort of want to take a land out. I'll have to bring something in. All right. Is there anything else I want to take out for maybe Remorseful Cleric? Well, if they get sort of, I mean, like if they get sort of Fire and Ice on it, then, you know, whatever. It's more like something to deal with turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, we need the Merfolk. Merfolk God would be great in this matchup. Merfolk God would be fantastic. Although in this game, like, we got our entire board wiped. I might be wrong. Maybe I want all the Curse Catchers. Or 3 might be fine. Okay, I'll just go with that. I was thinking about bringing in Remorseful Cleric. The problem with Cleric is that they're playing with Lingering Souls, so it just gets stone blocked. Yeah, we can keep this. Curse Catcher was a $10 card a million years ago. It got reprinted. And the demand for Curse Catcher is not exactly insane. Curse Catcher was like a $10 card because it was like pretty old. So it got reprinted once. I don't know where it is at. Let me look. Let's see where Curse Catcher's at. Sometimes I forget that I can take the draw against these decks. But maybe not in this particular case because it's a Stoneblade deck. Oh yeah, we're at $1 now. $1! That ain't money. It's not money anymore. I think Suspend is crap. I think it's absolute crap. You're going to theory craft a Merfolk deck before release? Yeah, I mean, I will. But I want to see the whole spoiler. Because I don't want to make like a list and all of a sudden, oh, there's an even better way to play Merfolk. It's not tempo. It's card disadvantage. That's how I'll put it. Tempo is... Okay, so... I'm going to have a video on it. I'll have a video on it. But it's a very bad card. It's just that's just how I'm going to put it. It might see some play in some deck. But it's overall garbage. It was accurately an instant speed 1 mana card. Because any other version of that card would be incredibly unplayable. Yeah, it's trash. It is a very trash card. Guess I'll attack. If you want to block the Stoneforge Mystic, by all means. You even know I have the Lord of Atlantis in my hand. So what it'll come down to is, oops, undo. What it's going to come down to is I will Just try to path whatever gets the Sword of Fire and Ice gets put on. I don't really want to give my opponent mana, especially when it looks like they're slightly choked on black mana at the moment. We can tick this vial up to 3, put a Reader in play. Maybe we'll be a little bit closer to getting up to Master of Waves mana. Okie dokie. They used to play a bounce effect in the sideboard. Yeah, the bounce effects... Okay, let me just put it this way. Bounce effects are way better than Suspend, and it's not even close, and that's the problem. Like, Vapor Snag is just a better Suspend. Don't worry, I'm going to have a video on it. It's just way better. That's the problem. When you break down what it can do, Suspend is just far worse than Vapor Snag. And I just don't know what deck would want to play with Suspend instead. Like, people are just overrating what Suspend does. Holy crap! Soliak just tipped $100? Was that real? They just tipped $100. Thank you very much, Soliat. That is easily the largest tip I ever got, ever. It sort of looked like I didn't even realize officially Stream Elements actually announced the thing. Do I have an alert for that? Did I get an alert? John donated $94. There seems to be some sort of message there that I cannot read. What does it say, people? I can't even read it. I can't tell if that was is that the recent one. Anyway, thank you very much for the donation. That's awesome. That can buy me so much cat food. Chubby Meatball won't be going hungry for weeks. Yeah, test donation. Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe that was a test donation. Oh, Soliak, thank you very much. I do make all the cool videos. I do it for you guys. Okay, we'll Path to Exile this fool. Fortunately, giving our opponent a little bit more mana. A little bit more mana than I want. You amuse me and I love your cat. The cats will eat well, thanks to you. I think I'm going to tick this thing up. This one will go to 4. This one will go to 2. Because if I top deck Master of Waves, I want to play it right now. That's totally fine. I'll just vial this Master of the Pearl Trident in play. We'll have future protection from Kolaghan's Command. Among other garbage. I'll just keep this in my hand, make them think they have something to, I don't know, Thoughtseize or Inquisition. Did someone see the Madness Goyf? I have not seen it. Here, well, even though this is a test donation, this is going to be in spirit of Soliak. Yeah, I think I have to connect my donation thing with Stream Elements. Like, people don't really donate me much stuff very often, so I never got motivated. Now you've motivated me. I gotta up my stream. Is Nahiri Boom going to be OP now? I doubt it. Nahiri anything is not going to be OP. Exile target monocolored permanent. Meh. It's gone. You happy? Oh, fuck. That sucks. Okay, now I'm gonna take the vial. I think I'm gonna take this vial up. Always yield. So this one is gonna be a no. Ugh, if I draw Skyclave Apparition, I want this thing up. But if I draw Silvergill Adept, I want it down. Okay, we'll keep it down, I guess. Spreading Seas, convenient. Do I hit the white source or the red source? If I hit this source, it also hits their black mana, so you can't play. Actually, I should play. No, okay, I'll play this Spreading Seas first, because if I draw Mutavault, I'll want to play it this turn. Like, I'm assuming there's Seasoned Pyromancer in this deck. There we go. Can't wait for Vindicate. Okay, I'm gonna play the Silvergill Adept now, because if I get Curse Catcher or Mutavault, I want to play it right now. I guess this is fine to play as well. Why is that? Are Planeswalker win cons not a thing after Modern Horizons 2? Ugh, another Stoneforge Mystic. Well, the thing is, I'm assuming you're talking about Nahiri the Harbinger, but Nahiri the Harbinger, oh god, Stoneforge Mystic is pretty beefy. The problem with Nahiri the Harbinger is it's just expensive. Like, Nahiri the Harbinger barely sees play right now, except into some Bring to Light decks. Am I just dead? I need to basically top deck. Well, I mean, if they attack with the Stoneforge Mystic, I need to top deck, like, running Island Walklords or something. Actually, Skyclave Apparition would be perfect. No. No! We're going to lose to Stoneforge Mystic. I have nothing to do with my turns. Almost all the Planeswalkers that see play in Modern come out on turn 3. Oh, well, I don't know if I would say that. I mean, there's Jace the Mind Sculptor, Teferi Hero of Dominaria, but like for the most part, if you're playing a dirtily Planeswalker deck, like there's no way in hell that it's going to become OP. Like, you know, you got to define OP. I mean, it might have gotten some more tools, but it's always going to be a clunky, slow deck. Okay, that's interesting that they played the way that they did. I guess they might have removal in hand. They're prepared for an Island Walklord. Uh-oh. This is the wrong time to be drawing garbage. Alright, pass. Jay Fabre says, I miss Oko. I sort of miss Oko too. Although we weren't even the best Oko deck out there. We were one of the worst Oko decks. There's a lot better Oko decks out there. I'll continue play. Planeswalkers just must have a counter for the enchantment. Dad, how happy are you with the spoilers? They're okay. Target play discards a card. Excellent. Can we still come back? No, not really. They'll just swap the sword onto the germ, gain like 6 life, go to 12, shoot down Silvergill Adept. Well, what might have been clever if I sacked a Curse Catcher there, and if they paid, then they can't... Well, they can't move the sword, but they could still attack with Stoneforge, I guess. Okay. Pretty sure we're dead from here. I need to top deck Skyclave Apparition. Mind you, we have the tools. Like, we have the tools. I just need to draw them. This is a top decking game. The top decks have not been favorable. They've been very unfavorable. I don't think we have flooded out though, because I think we still got like a decent spells to ratio. Or well, I don't know. I can't tell. Can't tell how the spreading seas affected anything. Another problem with Merfolk. Well, we used to have card advantage like Mutavault and Spreading Seas, but now other decks just have better card advantage to outgrind it. All right, I think I concede. This is one turn too far. Well, this has been. I think this is our first 2-3 with this sort of build. Although I've had some poor blue-white Merfolk matchups. Oh, where am I here? Not the greatest for the. Well, so let's see. What would I change? I guess I could change Remorseful Cleric for Rest in Peace. It was actually clearly better. In every matchup that I drew Remorseful Cleric, I rather have a Rest in Peace. Just stone deal with any stupid graveyard shenanigans. And maybe I want Force and Negation in the sideboard, and I just try to deal with whatever. And Path to Exile would be more mana efficient in the main deck. Like, I don't know. Like, even if I look at all the decks, all the top decks in Modern, maybe there's not a single one where I really need Force Negation in the main deck. This is really just for some very specific combo decks and control decks. This ended up being such a liability in every game that we played. And I preferred to have Path to Exile in all the games. It was just much better. The question is, if I'm up against control, do I have enough cards to bring in? Here's 8 cards. Yeah, 8. I take out 3, 7, maybe 1 land. It's awkward. I don't really have that many cards to bring in. Because I do have to take out, like, Sky... Well, maybe I can keep 2, I guess. I could keep 2 Skyclaves. Maybe down 1 land? No, you need to curve into Skyclave Apparition. Like, I have enough white... I mean, I could... Well, what could I go down? I could go down the Cavern of Souls. I personally think you should worry about aggro and mid-range decks and accept that control is a bad matchup. I don't think control is a bad matchup, but I want to have some game against it. I don't want to be... Like, control is still popular enough. I don't want to ignore it. Like, in my very first versions of the deck, I didn't realize I didn't have enough things to bring in after I took so many things out. And that's just not where I want to be. I at least want to have some decent, competent 75 versus them. Because there's still a lot of blue control decks out there. Still tons of blue control decks. Well, generally speaking, control is a good matchup. But if you fill your deck with, like, Skyclave Apparition and, like, Path to Exile and Spreading Seas, then it's not as good as it used to be. Okay, I have something fun for all of us to do, so don't be going anywhere because we are don't change that channel. The party still rolls on, but for everyone on YouTube, the party ends here. So we're gonna thank everyone for supporting the Nikachu channel. We're also gonna thank our sponsors, Fusion Gaming Online and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu Merfolk Master playing Azorius Merfolk in Modern.